Yo, what up? Let me fucking adjust the lighting. Hold on. All right. Now that I've got the dramatic lighting on my face, we can get into this. Do I look good? Do I feel good? The answer is yes and yes. I really wish that I could hear you guys talking so that we can actually have a conversation instead of me mouth vomiting words for an extended period of time. We are going to get into the charts very soon. There are a few things that I would like to discuss first. So, I read every single comment on YouTube. Let me get into a casual setting here. I read every single comment on YouTube. I have to avoid scammers, I have to manually approve every single comment. So when you type something and then you click send or comment, that goes to my YouTube like back end. And then 2 to 3 times a day, I just go through and I read them all and I click them and I approve them, because 90% of the comments are like, hey, you just won a giveaway, text my WhatsApp, or some spam shit. Like, it's a lot of work. Through that process, I get to see how you guys are reacting to my videos, what things you like, what things you don't like. And for the longest time, especially when I started the channel, the whole goal of it was to get you all of the relevant information that you need to get you on the right path to start, trading, making money. And so when I started trading, I was not making money. I was losing money hand over fist because nobody told me that I should demo for 3 months. Nobody told me that when I first open up my account, I should start with a low amount of money, because the psychological aspect of trading real money versus demo money is completely different, and it's something that you need to get used to. And through that process, I learned a bunch of what not to do, which is why I'm so good at teaching what to do, because I know what not to do. And I give you the information of what not to do. And I found a thing that works for me, and that is the 3-line strike, because it's kind of like it's the entry candle. It's where you get in on a trade for a trend continuation. And it's like the one that you can have with the tightest stop loss, which is also cool, which appealed to me. And then throughout that process of making 85 videos on 5-minute and 1-minute scalping, people got bored of, oh, you keep saying the same thing. It's because it's what worked for me. It may not work for you because you have a different mentality, different trading style, or whatever. And so people started to request other videos like Elliott wave theory, or swing trading with Heikin-Ashi candles. And throughout my existence in the trading world, I've met thousands of people along the way. A couple of them are still with me, my partners, Christy and Brutus, and they trade completely different from me. Completely different from me. And that's okay, because everybody can have their own trading style. It's just like I'm a YouTuber, right? But I'm not a Casey Neistat vlogger. I tried that and it didn't work because I was like poor and I couldn't travel everywhere and buy, the most expensive new technology and unbox it in a very aggressive way. And so I just put my head down and I realized that, like, first things first, I need to make a shitload of money. And so I started making a shitload of money. And then I made my process public via this YouTube channel. And it's been working for me. So I'm just trying to get you to make a shitload of money, but you have to put in the time. I put in so much time, guys. So many hours. I had this other job where I was working for this cryptocurrency exchange, and it was awesome because I was making a steady paycheck while basically testing all of the strategy ideas I had in my head about getting views on YouTube, as well as making that content better, which is what drove me to learn how to read charts and do technical analysis and all that. And so basically, I was learning on somebody else's dime. Works for me. They got the job done, they got what they paid for, and I got some time to learn and get educated. So I'm going to keep doing the 3-line strike because it works for me. If you guys don't want to do it, that's fine. I have a couple of educational videos on my YouTube channel that are going to teach you different aspects of trading. And maybe one of those resonates with you. And then what you should do is take that topic and search YouTube, because there are other YouTubers, other day traders that trade that way. And they are much smarter than I am on that topic. And so learn from them. I'm like your gateway drug. I'm here to rank on every keyword so that you guys can get into it, the space, and then grow from there. You know, I don't want you guys to watch every single one of my videos and constantly like, oh yeah, this is amazing. I love your work. All that, like, watch what you need to watch, and then stop watching YouTube videos and put it into practice. Put in the work. Put in the 1,000 hours that it takes. So I'm not some guru. I'm not some magician on the charts. I'm just some dude that learned how to make some money. And then I started to use that money to grow. I made this post on Twitter. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, you should. It's my @ symbol or whatever. I don't know how to call the social media shit. My @ is ARTYBRYJA. Artie Bryja. Okay? Looks like this. This is what I was thinking about last night. How much are you willing to suffer to achieve your goals? Here are a list of things you should be doing or not doing. And it goes into a whole thread. Eat healthy every day and under your caloric needs to lose weight. So if you're overweight, I can promise you, I can 100% guarantee you that if you lose weight and get to a healthy weight for your age and height, you will dramatically feel better, you will sleep better, you will be more productive, and you will look younger. The mental benefits of being at a healthy weight and feeling good dramatically outweigh anything else in your life. Nothing else matters when you have that. If you have that, you're just a high functioning human being, and it's amazing. The second thing, nothing in life worth having is easy. It's all hard as fuck. How much are you willing to suffer, and how long are you willing to suffer for? When you are doing something, especially when you're like dieting or whatever, you are not indulging in Snickers and Slurpees and chips. You are restricting yourself. And through those long-term restrictions, changes are made. It's the same thing with day trading. It's the same thing with the marshmallow thing and the kids. Like delaying your gratification in order to get something more later. So it's really crucial that you do that. Work out 3 times per week minimum. And if you can afford to get a personal trainer, do it because they will push you harder than you can push yourself. If you want those big changes, like if you want slow changes, just do it yourself. If you want big changes quickly, get a personal trainer. Learn a high value skill set to get paid. The harder the skill, the more valuable you become. This is a hard skill set to learn. Programming is a hard skill set to learn. Becoming a neurosurgeon is a hard skill set to learn. All of these things subsequently have higher revenue streams, right? So for me, marketing, day trading, being on camera, all of those things have stacked. Once you get skills, it's better to stack skills that work well with those things. And I promise you, your revenue will go through the moon. If your one skill right now is working a register at a 7-Eleven or some convenience store, and that's your skill set, you will be paid the equivalent of your skill set. So find a skill set that is a high revenue source and just put your head down and do that for like a year, which is the next thing. Spend 1 year doing all of these things and then realize how much you've accomplished. If you put your head down for a year and just do and practice and do and practice and do without fail, diet, exercise, sleep well, practice, do for a year, your life's going to change. Reinvest all of the money that you make during that year. Don't spend anything. Don't buy fucking Jordans or Yeezys. Just do and save for a year. Reinvest all of that money that you make to make more money for the next 10 years. If you do that for a decade without fail, you will be so fucking rich and healthy, you will definitely be in the top 1%, if not very close to it, or dramatically above where you were right now, or where you are right now. If you're in a bad spot. If you're in a good spot, fucking awesome. I'm so happy for you. So the reason I'm saying this stuff instead of day trading live is because I want people to hear a message. And that message is life is fucking hard. It's absolutely brutal. You will fail 1,000,000 times. Occasionally you will have success. Latch onto those successes and follow through with them and keep doing them. If you do that consistently throughout your entire life and don't let these things bother you, the failures and all the bullshit, your life will be less shitty. You will be able to go on vacation and relax. Your bills will be taken care of. I just want you to get from shit to not shit. That's the goal. So I have videos to teach you how to do that. I do these live streams to help people do that. So thousand hours doing what? Whatever. Learn how to program. Learn how to day trade. My wife pretty much just spent 1,000 hours taking a accredited course to become a dietitian. And guess what she did yesterday? Opened up her email and got her certification that says she can now be a registered dietitian. She put in the work, being a full-time mom with a crazy demon of a child, my 3-year-old, and every night when the kid went to bed, she's tired as hell from the whole day. She's got over 20,000 steps. And she just went to work. I was sitting there with her the whole time. being there as support. If she wanted to vent about something stupid that she was learning, I was there to listen. And so she put in the work every night from like 7:30 p.m. to like midnight every single day. And now she's a dietitian. She's accomplished something amazing. And now with the power of social media, I can help her freaking blow up. Get clients, get paid. It's awesome. 1,000 hours doing anything. I can teach you how to day trade. All right, let's look at US 30. You don't need 10,000 hours to master it. You just need to learn how to commit time to doing something without giving up or being scared of failing. Because I can guarantee you, if you say, write down a list of 20 things that you would like to do to make money, and then each one do it, and then you'll fail 99% of them. But one is going to work. And you're going to be like, damn, good thing I didn't stop on that first failure. God, if I would have stopped on my first failure, I'd still be fucking driving Uber. All right. Looking at US 30. I'm on the 3-minute chart. And yesterday, we got some newsy news. And so it did this, liquidity grabbed, and then took a poop. Now, we have this type of stuff going on. And so I marked up this area as a zone because it hit, broke, retested, rejected. I have this area because it hit, came up, broke. So that's kind of something to keep an eye on. I had drawn a short-term trend line here because we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 touchies. And I was like, cool, we might be going up. But with the previous bearish momentum, it is not likely to continue very long. So what I did was toss up my moving averages, and we started to swoop up. So now that since 8:30 a.m., we've been cascading down, disrespecting this level with a little bit of, I think that's a spinning top, continuing down to this level, closing below it, and now rejecting off of it. I'm curious to see what the RSI says, if this will end in a 3-line strike, or if it will continue down. If it does continue down, it's going to go to here. Okay? So, just glancing at the 1 minute, glancing at the 5 minute. Think I'm going to be living on the 3 minute. Okay? Let us also see what this move, it's rejecting at the 618. So if we get a close above the 50, we might continue upwards to this area. That's going to be the, from here to here. That's going to be the whole trade. I also have a fib level drawn up from the top to the bottom of this big ass move. If it does go up, this is going to be the 382 level, this is going to be the 0.5, and this is going to be the 618. These are areas to keep in mind. So that's what we're looking at. Now we're waiting for price action candle formations at any one of these zones in confluence with moving averages, RSIs, divergences, whatever momentum is doing. Okay. Let me read some comments, huh? London Open is going to start in 8 minutes, so I got 8 minutes to listen to you guys. Do I wait for the RSI to go below 50 for a 3-line strike to sell? I actually discussed this, I think, in an email to somebody. Basically, above or below the 50 is a general rule of thumb. You can clearly see when RSI lives above the 50, price tends to go up. When RSI lives below the 50, price tends to go down. So that's just my general rule of thumb. RSI is not like my, oh my God, RSI says this is what I'm doing. It's like glancing at your watch to see what time it is. Even though you don't care what time it is, I constantly glance at it just to see if it's living in the bottom half or in the upper half. Dude, Nikolai, that's awesome to hear, man. He says, thank you for those motivating words, Artie. Really powerful. I've just finished a paid course to become a software quality insurance expert, going in a new direction in my career life. That's freaking amazing. Work on cash flow, save that cash flow, and then work on something bigger. Every real estate tycoon on earth started with cash flow. Then they used that cash flow to get loans, more assets, income generating assets. All right, so we've rejected that zone. Where'd my fib go? I think I deleted it. Got a 3-line strike rejecting fib level. Market is opening in 5 minutes, so I'm not taking that trade. But that would look like this. Again, I'm not taking a trade. Boom. And boom. 1 to 2.24. Or you could just make it a 1 to 2. Yeah. Sitting and waiting. The reason I'm not taking this trade is because market is about to open, and this is a 30-point stop loss, and market open candles can easily be more than 30 candles, whiplashing, wicking, and then going. So if this was 9:22 a.m. instead of 8:56 a.m., I would definitely take this trade. Yeah, so overall, this is, if I go long right now, it will be a counter trend trade because all the moving averages are lined up in the opposite direction. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, and you can not always rely on the market to be trending in a certain direction all the time. That's why this month has kind of sucked, because we've had so many big news events and the market's just kind of done whatever it's wanted to do. That's kind of cool. I like sounding like Deadpool. Fucking Wade. I am, however, going to be irritated if this trade plays out. Overall, the other reason why I don't like this trade, I believe that there still is yet to be more bad, more bad in the U.S. markets. So, like, this was March of 20, COVID, you know. I see this as being very likely. So, yeah, I think the market will continue to drop over the next 18 months. Just a personal thought. This is a accumulation of a lot of bad things that the Fed is doing, all of that. Artie, what is your morning routine to put yourself in the best possible state for trading? Well, I wake up, take my thyroid medication immediately, and then I go poop. During that poop, think about all the things I need to do today. And then I get dressed, drive to the office, make myself a coffee, write down a list of things that I need to do today on a piece of paper, which is right here. And then I just do those things until I'm done with those things. And I make sure that when I end my workday, I am completing a task. I don't like to leave mid-task. That keeps my mood stable. But I don't have some motivational, inspirational, meditating, exercising, whatever. I do take the stairs in the morning to get the blood flowing a little bit. But that's like the only thing that really stands out as far as getting in the mindset to trade. It just wakes me up more. And or riding my bike to work, especially in the morning because the wind is cold. But yeah. Poop, think, list, stairs. You are correct, good sir. It has created this pseudo double bottom, but it's on the 1 minute, so it's not that great. When market opens, the goal of the invisible man is to trap as many traders as possible, which is why I don't like to trade any market opens until things have stabilized and it shows a good direction. What is up, my hero plus ultra? Yeah, I disable everything on the RSI. I just make the RSI line yellow and remove everything else and make a line in the middle for the 50. You see how aggressive the 1 minute chart is versus if you go to a 3 minute or a 5 minute, it just like makes it look way more mellow, especially if you're used to just living on a 1 minute chart. Going up to a higher time frame like the 15 minute, like this candle is still forming and it's going to be forming for the next 10 minutes. How many losing trades should it take for you to stop trading until the next day? Normally 2, but as you guys saw earlier this week, I didn't follow my rules. But you got to know yourself. It could be 15 for some people before they fucking go Hulk mode. I'm doing really well. How are you doing? Generally speaking, depending on the candle formations, so let's say, let me try to find an example for you. Let's say like this. We rejected off the 200, got a 3-line strike, and then got another 3-line strike. I would potentially enter both of those, but I wouldn't take a third. Like this and this. Boom, boom. I wouldn't take the third though. It's too much of a risk, because then that's like 3% risk if they all go against you. Mike's House of Mods. There is a way to predict which way price is going to go after consolidation. And it's usually predicated on which direction the price was coming from before it fell in to consolidation. When price does that, and you get this consolidation range, odds are likely it will break to the downside. Or vice versa, like that. Or if it's at like a previous, all-time high, then it could break to the downside. Or all-time low. Brian says, why don't you go for a larger account, and once you get it, less risk? Because one, I don't like trading. And two, I have a 50K account, which I trade in order to make money for vacations and stuff, and cars, and, buying properties and all of that stuff. And I'm fine with it. I am a person of very minimal needs, but my wife is expensive. So I just make money when I need it, but I try to use that money to grow additional sources of income. This is true that you have more room for error this way, but I don't like trading. Full-time. Full-time every day, I would fucking go nuts. I mean, I did it full time every day for like, Jesus, how many years was it? Almost 3. Made me want to vomit. I'm not in a trade right now. Also, disclaimer, there is a lag in live stream versus what you see. So if I get into a trade, you will inherently get into that trade after me if you trade with me. So do not risk more than 1%. Make sure you have a stop loss and take profit in place. I will show you mine if I do enter a trade. This is not an active trade that I have going on right now. It is just a thought. I did not take this trade because market was about to open, and when market opens, the opening candle is very large. So, disclaimer, don't be dumb. Use proper risk management. What do I do other than trading? I have several investment properties that have good cash flow each month. I have the YouTube channel, which has good cash flow each month. I have my trading, which it's not good cash flow each month. It is when I buckle down and do it, I can generate some, it's like an ATM machine. I can generate some cash when I need it, and that's it. I also have the trading floor, which generates good cash flow each month. And I use all of those sources of cash flow to work on projects, hire people, have failure after failure after failure until I have a success. And then I toss more money at that one success and I generate another cash flow stream while dollar cost averaging every long-term asset that I have. What made me get into trading? I realized that you could make a good amount of money in a short amount of time if you do it properly. And that's why I liked it, because I didn't need to learn how to be a neurosurgeon. I could just trade in a room by myself. He's a professional badass when he's not trading. Yeah, me being a badass driving in my Passat with my Oakleys. I don't really focus on anything else, just US 30. So, market seems to have opened here and is going here. So, give it another, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes and see if this wasn't some sort of fake out. So would you say that trading isn't what helped you reach the wealth level you're at? No, trading definitely got me in the right direction. And then once I started to make money, I realized that it wasn't something that I could do consistently, but it was a good way to gain the cash flow to do other things that are much more safe and much more consistent. Every market opening works similarly. There's always a whiplash, gaining liquidity, and then going in a specific direction. I would be much more interested in a short position. What do I listen to when I'm not streaming? I will show you. So there's this, like I live in Europe, so I get a bunch of different languages and music, and I don't understand any of them besides Polish. And even then, I usually don't understand what they're saying. But here, it's like some Russian rap slash, like, yeah, just popular music. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know this song. It's ridiculous. Yeah, ideally, like if I do go counter trend on this, because I didn't take this one, um, looking for this. So like 3-line strike in this area, and then I would target like that. Stop loss below whatever the 3-line strike looks like, trying to get a 1 to 2. Yeah, it would look something like that. So that's the next trade I'm looking for. If it does triple top here, quadruple top, I'm waiting for second option. Boom. You know, something along these lines. There's not a lot of selling pressure here, but if it does push down from that area and we get a big volume spike here on the sell side, then I'll be comfortable getting into a sell. Why are you that big? Something like this. 1 to 2. Yeah, 1 to 2. These are my next two trade options. And so I'm being patient and I'm going to wait for a break, retest, or rejection with strong volume. Okay? I hate that this trade played out. I'm going to delete that to not confuse anybody. All right, I'm going to go pee. Okay, I'm back. Reiko Vares, you need to basically look at every single Like when you type in US 30, there's a bunch of them. Click on every one of them and then look at the price and see which one closely matches your MT4 broker prices. And then use that chart. Like this one for Osprey is by Currency.com. Okay, so we've rejected that price level. Getting a 3-line strike, not anymore. See, this is why you wait for the candle to close, because that was printing a 3-line strike. A lot of buying pressure right here. Less selling pressure. My spread on US 30 is 1 point. So if your spread is 14 points, that's a lot. Yeah, there's volume. I'm just not talking because there's nothing really to talk about. We're looking at a potential rejection here going to the downside, which is this trade. Or if we break and retest with some 3-line strike or engulfing doji engulfing to the upside, then this is our next target zone, either 3264 or 3088. So we will see. Anyone else getting echoing sounds? I'm transitioning into actually trading during London session. Before, my normal trading hours were like 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. ish. I like that I don't have to ask you guys to like the stream so I can get more people watching, because this is just private for our membership and our group. Like, I like not being all markety and just chilling with my homies, even though I'm in a room by myself. So I think if I see an aggressive move down off of this candle, which is closing in 1 minute and 40 seconds, I might get into a trade, because that looks like a nice pattern to me. Big candle up, doji style long wick, rejecting at the 100, as well as this zone that I've marked up. If this thing can close with no wick on the bottom, I'd be a pretty happy camper with a short position, which is this thing, which I would do something like this. So let's open up my my MT4 and see if we can't get in on a short position here. $40 till candle close. Give me some sort of confirmation, please. I was discussing this in yesterday's live stream. 3-line strikes with a confirmation candle are much healthier. So as you can see here, 3-line strike off of that zone, confirmation candle, healthy move. We are in between moving averages. And stock is on the upside, crossing down. MACD is weakening in the move. And RSI has a bit of a divergence. Not really. Same level, higher. So it might disrespect that. Just wait for this candle to close and see what it do. Yep. Don't like it anymore. Not a healthy 3-line strike. This candle on the 5-minute chart is going to close in 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Again, if we get this doji candle is a nice sign. So if this might go up, trap some people, and then come down and close engulfing, that would also be a 3-line strike for me. And again, I would take that short position. So we've transitioned from the 3-minute to the 5-minute. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Just because Daniel asked why the switch. I switched because of the fact that I used to trade Australian dollar, US dollar during non-market sessions, and it was quite consistent. But with US 30, especially during Frankfurt, there was a lot of things I did not like, which was causing me to lose trades. Is that a break and retest? I think so. Short position is no longer valid. Hot damn. Inverse head and shoulders ish. God damn. See, it's like, is that a break and retest or just consolidation in that zone? And it depends on where you drew up your zones, right? See, because I had originally had it here, and that was sloppy. But that breakout trade just fucking hit take profit. Ugh, fucking irritating. Cobalt Blues says, "What's with the FUD?" Which is short for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's not FUD when you're waiting for a break and a retest. The zone that I had marked up, which was still comfortable below these zones, was not a comfortable enough break and retest. This is straight up a breakout trade. And breakout trading works, but not all the time. Not as consistent as a break and a retest. So, didn't do it. So there are two volume profiles. It's volume profiles by KV4 coins. I have two of them on my chart. One is set to bearish and one is set to bullish, and the offset is 100. This is the 382 of that big move down. Yeah, so I've completely missed the move. It would be irresponsible to get into a long position without some sort of pullback. Cool. So I've officially missed the move. You don't get in when market does that because then you don't know where your stop loss goes, right? So like say you enter a trade here, like you're if it's trend continuation and you want to target the 200, like what if it pulls back to this zone and this is where it's going to do its break and retest? So, yeah, like this type of stuff is fine because you have a swing low to go off of. I just missed the move because it didn't break and retest where I wanted, and it didn't give me the candle formations that I wanted at the areas that I wanted it at. Huh. It is what it is. Cool. Yeah, you guys can't see the screen. Awesome. Fucking. So yeah. It would be illogical to, get into a long position on one of these huge moves because, like, say your target is that or the fucking 200 or whatever, and you've already missed the move and you don't know where to put your stop loss because there's no swing low. The only next swing is here. So, like this is fine. Because say even on that, like you get to, this is where your stop loss would be. Because if it goes against you, you were wrong. But even that. Anyway, when you enter a trade, always look for a quick swing low. Do not get into a trade after it's had a run like that because you don't know where it's going to pull back to. Right now, it's starting to lose momentum from the market open. So if it comes here and retests, Jesus, use your brain, something like that, targeting the 382 of the big down move, maybe. But don't get into a move after a huge move like that because you have no stop loss. So yeah, I missed the move. If you get into markets right now or through London session, keep an eye out for these three fib levels: 382, 0.5, and 618. I wouldn't go with that one just because this zone is 382 and then this is like the 0.5 gold zone. But overall, next 18 months, I see market going down more. So if it comes here and rejects, good short. But missed the move for London Open. I have other shit I need to do, so I'm going to not trade today. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday because I don't like trading Mondays. I'm a horrible live streamer, by the way. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for drinking coffee with me. And thanks for listening to my rant at the beginning of this live stream. Go follow me on Twitter. Bye.